Hey guys, just got back from Avatar: The Way of Water. Gonna do a quick review. So this is obviously it's the sequel following 2009's Avatar, and I didn't actually see 2009 Avatar in theaters when it first came out. So I wanted to get the experience for this one. So I did see it in 3D, and obviously that's like the appeal is like the 3D, and it was it was stunning. It really was like visually everything was so beautiful. Like all the underwater scenes, you had all these creatures. Like the designs were really cool. Um, just um, the underwater scenes and the effects they use were really great. And the music worked really well with all the effects and like the scenes they were doing. So the music was really good. The visuals were good. I think we already knew how the story was going to go with, well, they call them the Sky People, which is like the humans returning to to Pandora to try and finish their mission. So the story's kind of just it's kind of just a continuation from like the villains from the first movie. So it was nothing really new in that aspect. But the new aspect that's really good about this movie is like the family dynamic between Jake Sully, now that he has a family. So he's got like four kids. So he has two daughters and two sons. And, basically he's just trying to be like a good father, a good husband, protect his family, keep them safe. That's basically like the central theme of this movie. So I really enjoyed it. It's definitely fun. There's a lot of action. So, it's definitely action packed towards the second half of the film is like where all the action is when the humans are trying to lure Jake out, so they can, well, they just basically want to kill him. But yeah, it's a very good movie. I would definitely recommend it. It's definitely an improvement upon the first one, which is, it's kind of to be expected because the first one they have to like establish the characters and the planet, the world, and everything. So it's a little bit slower. So this one is kind of just it's not right into the action, but it's definitely not as slow as the first one. And even when the action is not going, I really enjoyed the scenes when Jake Sully and his family when they go to the reef people, like the reef tribe, and they're learning their ways, like the way of water. They're learning how to ride their creatures and learning how to breathe underwater and just swim and hold their breath and you know they teach them like how they fish and get their own food and just their way of life basically. So it was definitely cool to see them learn a new way of life. And then there was some conflict with that tribe, mostly like Jake's kids got into a scuffle with the chief of the reef. His kids, they had some scuffles, and so there's tension there. A new tribe coming in, and their ways are different, and they're kind of outsiders. So that was also a pretty good dynamic to the film. So even when there was not like a ton of action, you still had them learning the way of water and the way of that tribe. And I think that was a really strong part of the film, honestly. And that was really awesome. So I would definitely recommend this movie to anybody, especially if you're a sci-fi fan, and if you're an action fan also, you should definitely go check it out. And if you're just like a person that likes movies in general, it's definitely a spectacular, show of very beautiful special effects, music. The 3D is great, and it's just a great experience. For people that like going to see movies in the theaters. So I would definitely recommend Avatar: The Way of Water to anyone. So it doesn't matter if you're young or old, if you're into comedy or sci-fi or action or romance. There's a little bit of everything in this movie. that everyone could enjoy. So I would definitely recommend it.